When a business owner gives me a call and asks me, can I qualify for a loan? When I go through the consultation, I start really digging deep into their profile. There's three major pillars that I look for. And this is what I'm going to teach you in today's lesson, the three financial pillars and the guidelines associated with it. So the first thing we look for is personal credit. Now, we like to shoot for around a 700 FICO. There is certain exceptions to the rule. If you have a 660, usually the bare minimum, but 660 to 680 is where it's a little bit of a subjective element. Now, there have to be other compensating factors of why is a credit score low if we were going to accept somebody at a 660 FICO. The next element is credit utilization. The ideal target is maximum over 30%. However, there's certain exceptions to the rule. If you have a 40 or 50% utilization, but you have high financials or a great credit, business credit, there's a balance. They always look at the total overall picture to determine if one element is stronger than other in order for them to move forward. Now, one of the biggest challenges that I come across with business owners is credit strength. Now, people come to me with one trade line with a $5,000 limit or a $1,000 limit or 500 credit score credit limit, and they ask me for a $100,000 loan. Well, the logic behind it is if you're going to ask a bank to give you $100,000, however, and you have a total account of $3,000 or $500 credit card limits, do you think that bank is going to trust you with $100,000 when you haven't demonstrated to be able to repay that amount? So it's always important for you to build on your credit, and I like to have at least a $30,000 to $40,000 minimum threshold in total accounts. What does that mean? Mortgage, auto, installment, revolving accounts. Those are the compilations or the types that I like to see. Minimum of 4 trade lines, seasoned for at least 2 years. That it gives you that establishment, that history, and enough accounts to show a lender that you can pay back the debt in a timely manner and on time. All right, so this credit score is not only a determining factor. You could have 2 credit cards and have a 750 FICO, but it doesn't show that you were able to repay that debt, whatever you asked to borrow back. No derogatories. Now, there's exceptions to the rule. Of course, if your business credit or your financials are very strong, or how recent the derogatory is, if it was something that was 5-6 years ago, it's in the past, there's a blemish here and there, but if it was a series of different derogatories, lates, collections, charge-offs, that can give you, it'd be much harder for you to qualify for the loan. So of course, there are exceptions to the rule. I've been able to get exceptions through my bankers, by having a good story for what happened. My bookkeeper, I was on vacation, there's a blemish here, but of course that consistency can tell a story about your habits of paying your bills on time. So again, if there's a good story for what happened and there's other compensating factors, you can bypass that particular rule. Inquiries. So the rule of thumb is no more than 6 per 6 months. In order to get you qualified for a loan, the banks do not like for you to be shopping. If you had 15 inquiries because you went to apply with all these different lenders, it could scare somebody. Why are you looking for money, right? So spread them out in a timely manner and don't go crazy in a very short period of time. So make sure that those inquiries are low.